Hi, Krydos here. Mark Spark told me that I should give my 2 cents to this guy. Lightning Collection Eye Guy. I have this a while now and I like the figure, but it lacks paint. When you compare it to like the Tenga, this is nicely painted. Compared, way more paint, smaller. I mean, monsters should tower over the ranges, but Tenga's pretty big, but if you see that, I never had the 90s one.
I like this beer. What I don't like is the left monstrosity. I mean, look at the 80s or the 90s one. 91 is painted. Why do we have to pay extra money for an unpainted figure? Also, they did color wash the head and the hands, but it just sticks out. It's just a Hasbro no. That is it. But this beer is great.
Like eyes on the back and everything. So, and this thing is not cheap. In Germany, you pay way more than in the US, and even US prices, if this is like on sale, it's even fine, but Hasbro paint. I know there's a budget for everything, but this lacks so much paint, there should be a lack of money that you pay for this instead of lack of paint.
Now, Eye Guy has always been one of my favorite monsters from Mighty Morphin, both in the show and as a toy. And while I sadly no longer have the old school Bandai toy, I am so grateful that Hasbro... Hey, where's the titty cannons?
So I just want to start this video off with a huge thanks to the three guys that helped make the intro for me. Lord Krytos, Shadow Wiz and Mastodon Night Studios. Huge thanks for that intro, absolutely love it. What we've got today is a review / comparison on these two figures, the Bandai figure and the Hasbro figure from the Lightning Collection. As you can tell, the box, brand new box, this got delivered just before my birthday by Lord Krytos, a lovely little birthday present by him. We're going to cut forward a little bit to me actually unboxing it without damaging the box too much. Really nice artwork on the box. Unfortunately, it doesn't follow on with the figure itself, but we'll get to that later on in the video. The Bandai figure came from 94, and I believe this one is from 2022. So there is like a 28-year gap between the two here. September the 14th, 1993 is the first time where we see Eye Guy himself in the episode Eye Guy. The Monster of the Week was sent down by Rita. And in all fairness, I think for most of us, this is going to be one of our top 5 monsters. I'm pretty sure it's in my top 5 at least. Maybe that's going to be a future video. Who knows? The box that Eye Guy comes in is very similar size to the other villains. Not as thick, not as wide as Pudgy Pig for obvious reasons. But comparing it to the other Rangers and the other figures, the box is to my head in, and you'll know that if you know me with Power Rangers from the Lightning Collection side of things. I love the little eye on the side. I lost the one for the 90s figure, unfortunately. May have to go and hunt for one of them in the near future just to complete the two. The Eye Guy on the left of the screen is my original Bandai figure. I grew up with this in my collection and I still have it today. The 5.5-inch figure works perfect with the flip heads, which if you know me, again, the flip heads are one of my favourite from the franchise. And you can tell by the height difference, there's 3.5-inch difference between the two. It's quite a lot. And unfortunately, the larger, the Hasbro Eye Guy, I just don't know how it fits in with the Rangers. It's too tall for the Lightning Collection. It's too small for the Mega Swords. I just don't know how to compare it to other figures apart from the other villains. As I said, the floating eye for the Lightning Collection figure is really cool. It looks very similar to the one on the Lightning Collection. I feel like I'm going to break this. I'm going to stop before I do break it. I'm very heavy-handed. Whereas the one from 94 was a clear one-piece eye on a stick. The quality difference in the eye, the floating eye, is so much better with the Lightning Collection figure. That is definitely a bonus for it. And unfortunately, it's way too big for the Bandai figure. Although I would love to compare the two there. That's fantastic. Height wise, you can tell definitely a few inches taller than just the standard metallic Ranger there as a default figure in the background. So looking at the Hasbro Lightning Collection Eye Guy, it's got some serious weight behind it. It is a heavy figure. The figure is too tall, as I said, for the Rangers and too small for anything else. It lacks a serious amount of colour to it. It's only got like its hands and its face that seems to be like shaded for some reason. The rest of the body is just, it's just too clean. Honestly, it's just too clean. It needs to be like, it needs to have a bit of a backwash to it or some sort of thing. It needs to be sent to Shadow Wiz to have a bit of a clean up and some colour and effects put to it, to the point of even some of the eyes are just missing any sort of artwork to it. You can see here that it's got like good movement to the body, the feet and the ankles. I really love the fact that the ankles have a bit of movement in them. I'm surprised that such a bulky figure has such great movement in it. The arms have got the butterfly movement thing on it. I don't know what it's called, but like, unfortunately, due to the head, you can't lift the arms up too high because it just gets in the way, which is upsetting. Eye Guy's main eye does move left and right, up and down, and the eyelid kind of closes, which is cool. It's just a shame that Hasbro hasn't put as much effort throughout the figure. When you look at the Bandai figure, as you can see, I can't stop playing with this figure. It's so much fun. If you don't want the dangling bit of string, you can tie it up like that. Still works the same. Unfortunately, 90s figures, they're not as agile. They were made cheap. They were £5.75 in the Argos catalogue back in '95. So you've got these like weird stalky hands, so you don't really move too much. And obviously I don't have the staff, the eye to go with this one. And this one's just a little bit too big. I would take it apart, but again, like I said, I'm really terrified I'm going to break it. The 94 figure isn't flexible. The mouthpiece, it closes pretty well too. The action button on the back, great. And obviously the pop-out boobies, as Nick said at the beginning, even better. You can tell colour-wise, there's a lot more details in the 94 figure than there is in the Hasbro figure, which is annoying, even to the point of the pointy neck bits on the Bandai figure. You can see them from a distance. They're amazing. So much effort has been put into this figure. It's just a shame, like I said, that Hasbro haven't put the effort throughout the figure, shading it. The hands and face is fine, but the rest of the body is clearly lacking paint. It's just too clean. And I know that this figure isn't that clean. Probably needs a bit of a wash. But look at the details on it. Look at them little teeth around the neck. As I said, the Lightning Collection figure's missing it. When you think of the Monster of the Week in the original series, this guy is definitely up there. Tell me in the comment section below what you think of the figures, which one you prefer most out of the two, and if you want to see more videos in this sort of style, then hit the like button and subscribe to me if you're new to the channel. If not, Eye Guy might get you. So I'm quickly going to show you the feet, the height, the differences on a 360 spin, just to show you some more details on the two figures, see what you think.